Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the first ever live writer's room. Unfortunately, we couldn't stream it live because, well, we don't have enough likes and follows on Facebook, and we're still a new profile on YouTube. We have to be at least 60 days old. So we're going to treat this like we are live. And let's see. What we're trying to do, or what we're doing, is basically giving everybody a sneak peek into our writing process. And usually we start big and then work our way down to the finer details. We'll outline a project first, and then when it comes time to actually fill in the details, that's when we'll go into our screenwriting app screenwriting software, and then start filling it all in from there.
I feel like app is just like another name for software.
It's like a general term anymore.
I mean, you click, you don't even click. You don't. Nobody clicks anything.
Mm-hmm.
You touch. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
even on a computer.
I mean, an app on your phone is basically the icon.
Yeah.
So on a computer, if you click the icon, what's it do? It runs a program. So it's like, I think it's all the same thing. Yeah, do that.
So, right now we're using the almighty, all-powerful WordPad. How much more powerful do you ask? The answer is none more. This is Matlock. She likes to sit with us on the couch. Anyways, we are outlining our next feature film. Working title is Bioweapon. If we come up with something else in the future, I'm sure we'll change to that, but right now we're just calling it Bioweapon for short. That way everybody knows what project we're talking about. We have many more in the pipeline. Hopefully we actually get to them in the future.
That would be great.
Okay. So yeah, I usually treat it like writing a story, or writing a book, or whatever. I'll write out like chapter 1, and then put like what happens in that chapter beneath it in a smaller size, and the same thing, same process. Only instead of saying chapter 1, we'll write things like scene 1. Sometimes we'll give it a subtitle like. Well, I don't have to explain the whole process, but I guess he and I will start work on the ideas that we have.
That's because there is no process. There's no such thing as a writing process. Everybody does it different. Some people just, it pops in there. Some people take months. I don't think there's really a wrong or a right way.
No. Alright, so I'm going to give him some ideas, and when we get to a certain spot, there's forks in the road, and we'll kind of bounce ideas and distinguish which path we think we should take. All right.
Usually the one that's most cost effective.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, scene 1, start off with a good hook. It is a monster movie, so you can't have a horror movie without an opening kill.
Gotta have the opening kill.
Anyways, we'll say like scene 1, and introduction of the monster. Something like that. Then we'll double space, and then scene 2, introduction of our heroine, because we want a female lead in this movie. Scene 3, see, we're gonna go back to, let's go ahead and fill in some details, that way they know what we're talking about. Okay, so I'm gonna go down to font 14. Okay, so scene 1, introduction of the monster. I had this idea that it starts off, the monster is already established.
Okay.
And, like they've been growing it in this lab. And like the first person we see would be like the monster's caretaker. This is like the first character.
Okay, so I'm getting like Jurassic Park vibes.
Yeah.
Like you got like some guy that works there. He's supposed to come in for feeding time or something like that.
Exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like he's coming in on feeding time.
It's like the monster's finally gotten big enough that it's like now it wants to taste man flesh.
Getting there.
Like an orc or something.
So we'll go ahead and put his name in all caps. That way we know he is a character. We'll say caretaker goes to the. We'll put the monster in capital letters too. Monster's pen. Is it P-E-N or P-I-N? Animal pen.
Pin. Yeah. Yeah, because it's got an eye, like if a wrestler pins another wrestler, it's an eye. So.
P-I-N?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're wrong,
correct us in the comments.
We know you will.
Caretaker goes to the monster's pen, and like I said, we'll work out like the dialogue and stuff later. Right now, we're just kind of getting the basic flow. Broad scope, and we'll go in tighter when we work out the finer details. Okay, so caretaker goes to the monster's pen, and he's about to drop like whatever the fish through the slot or whatever the heck, and that's when he notices the egg. The egg is already there; it's already established.
Okay.
And yeah, you'll see why. Okay, so it's like he sees the egg. Put egg in all capital letters.
Okay. See, I was under the impression that we were foregoing the egg and just going more, it's a monster.
If we accidentally spoil something, I will bleep this out or just cut ahead.
Right.
That way we don't want to give too many details away. But the egg, I figure, would be like almost like the MacGuffin of the movie, and you'll see why. The caretaker goes to the monster's pen. He sees the egg. He runs to the head scientist. And tells him that the monster has, is it laid an egg? Laying an egg?
Cool. Laid.
Laid? Laid an egg?
Yeah. Like got laid.
Got laid. Okay. The monster has laid an egg. They rush back to the pen. The scientist is astounded. Like he is like, it happened. It's like kind of like this is kind of like the plan all along or whatever the heck. Because it is like amphibian and whatnot. I figured it would like almost like self whatever. There's no male or female monster or whatever.
Okay, I just had an idea. Go ahead.
Anyways, the scientist is astounded. He tells security. Putting security in caps because there's at least got to be like 2 guards there or something like that. Just
right.
Body count. He tells security to gas the monster. In parentheses, put her to sleep. Or put it to sleep. They put the monster to sleep. Go into the pen and take the egg.
Okay.
The monster wakes shortly after. And in a rage, breaks from the pen.
Okay.
Killing security, like I said, 2 guys or whatever.
Right.
Killing security, and the caretaker before escaping the lab, while the scientist hides with the egg. Ed.
Okay.
And that's it. That's our opening scene.
I like it. See, I thought, honestly, when you were typing it out, my mind was going to a different area. Let me run it by you. Okay, so they put the monster to sleep.
Yeah.
You're up there, right? They actually put the monster to sleep.
Yes.
The monster's dead.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
Okay.
This is
okay,
where my mind was going. So the monster's dead. See, and that's when we, the audience, realize that the monster we're actually going to focus on is the egg.
Right, like it hatched from the egg.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
Maybe we like zoom in on the egg and we hear like the doctor voiceover or whatever, and it's like, this one will be meaner. Stronger.
It would be meaner, stronger,
You know what I mean?
harder.
And it's like, title, like,
Bioweapon.
yeah, years later. I don't know. But yeah, no, that works.
Potentially.
Because, I mean, you gotta let them know what they're in for.
Yes.
You gotta let the people know what they're in for right from the get-go.
Yes. This thing's mean, it's strong, and it really wants its baby back.
Yeah. Ribs.
And you're introduced to the head scientist, the guy who's like over the program, in this little
Experiment.
what's that word? Damp underground military bunker.
Yeah.
Out in the woods somewhere.
Here's a question: is it military, or is it like some not paramilitary, legal entity operating in the shadows?
Oh, like a shadow.
Yeah. Is it like Umbrella, or is it the government?
I mean, I guess we'll decide that, I suppose, on like the first draft or whatever.
See, I feel like if we went with a private entity, then we would have more.
We'd have more creative range.
Yeah, like we could make our soldiers cool looking.
That's we're actually
you know what I mean.
We're already kind of on the same path.
Or
actually,
once again,
I was thinking the same thing.
we could make our soldiers be dressed really cheaply. That way, we could make the movie faster.
All right, scene 2, introduction of our heroine. For right now, let's just call her Julie. Julie. Let's see, is like exercises.
Oh, I figured you're thinking of the last name. I was going to say Darkman because I saw Darkman down there.
Julie Darwin. Julie Jurassic Park.
It was better than Julie Spiderman. Julie Spiderman.
Like Julie exercises. She gears up. Gears up for her daily run. And she goes on her run and is met by her friend. I don't have a name. Just throw out a name.
Ray.
Ray, who parks his car. They talk about their upcoming kayaking trip. And that's pretty much it. That's it for her.
Right.
This is essentially like the next morning or whatever,
Right.
whenever that the creature like escapes. Scene 3, introduction of the. I'm just gonna call them soldiers for now. They could be mercenaries or whatever the heck.
That's fine.
And yeah, now it's like back to the bad guys, if you will. The scientist meets with the soldiers. How many? We don't know yet. I'm looking at 4.
Okay.
And yeah, I was actually going to suggest that maybe we would go like a little bit Namsploitation. Yeah, if they're different. They all got a different look.
Yeah, you were telling me that
personality.
the very very Saturday morning cartoonish,
Yeah.
or like Aliens,
Mm-hmm.
the merchant marines, or G.I. Joe.
And if we could get that Humvee, that would be super sick.
Yeah. I bet we can.
I bet we can.
I bet we can.
Some production value. Okay, scientist meets with soldiers. Let's see, he talks to the leader and tells him tells him they need to preferably, am I even spelling that right? Preferably catch it alive. They drive off in their sick Humvee. Alright, next scene. Scene 4. The kayak trip. See, we already had kind of a basis for this. That's we're kind of working pretty fast right now, but fast.
A lot of this was already
Thought of.
pre-thought.
So Julie and Ray, let's see, are driven to a spot at the river.
Now, did we decide on if we wanted them to have like a guide? Like in my mind, we were going to have the 2 mains, and then like the help, like
The help.
you know, I know these woods,
Right.
you know.
The other body count.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We can figure that out, I suppose, later.
Well, if we do have one,
Because it's still so open ended. It's not going to like hamper us if we add him or take him away, or add him or don't, basically. Right now. I was thinking like it could be probably one of their friends or something like that. It's just dropping off and going, "Hey, see you guys later. Be careful," and then just drives off. Like they already know the person, or it could be somebody that they hitch a ride with,
Right.
or a guide. See, there's 3 options.
Yeah, but my only thing is if it's just them two, is like
I hate to say this, but it's like I feel like in reality, dudes and chicks are like really just buddies, like buddies. Like we're gonna go do this, buddy.
That's actually another detail I was going to talk to you about. I was
Well, hold on, I was gonna say
Go ahead.
unless this dude is like, for once again lack of a better word, like sort of like stuck in a friend zone. Like he wants it. Like he wants it to be more. She doesn't really. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not like she's leading him on. You know,
Right.
maybe at one point that she stated she didn't want to do that. You know, but but that's what I'm saying is like I just don't feel like okay, like I just don't feel like dudes and chicks have that
No, I
type
get
of
what you're
camaraderie.
saying.
Have that camaraderie, and I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I mean, there are billions of people in the world. I'm sure it is.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure that's thing. I'm just saying. I just don't feel like general speaking audience is gonna be just buy it pretty much. Like I think there needs to be a third person, or now if you got to do something like this and they're not platonically that, like maybe they're brother and sister.
Right.
Or eventually they're gonna get together at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, even if they're doing that, usually they don't. Those two characters don't set off on the journey together. They come together usually by
Right.
circumstance.
Right. I was thinking that too. I was thinking like, right now it's just he's just a friend, but options are he could be a boyfriend, or he could be her gay best friend. I was also thinking that too.
Right.
But I mean, it's like I said, it's more of a finer detail. But we can get to that.
Actually, I just had an idea. What if we just have our people, right? What if we don't say what it is? What if it'd have to be portrayed through the acting and the dialogue, obviously, but it's like, what if it's like, there's something. Either they had a past, or this is tighter than a friendship, but for some reason, it's not a whatever it would be. We don't know. You know what I mean? But I feel like there should, if we go that route, there should be like a dynamic like that. Like I said, then at the end, if we want to punch up some drama, dialogue, we can have a reveal.
Julie.
Yeah, that's like, like right before he's about to die, he's like, I didn't mean to let our baby die. And it's like, oh, that's what it was. It's like inside.
I know it.
Yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, or something. You know what I mean?
Just hit him with one liner that's just like, oh. It just ties it all together. That explains the awkward silences. Anyways, okay, Julie and Ray are driven to a spot at the river. They begin their trip. Now, like scene 5, we can just do like a quickie, and it's like scene 5, getting to know the soldiers. And they can be parked, they can be loading up, and the main guy can say something to who's second in command or whatever. I'm just going to say we get to know the soldiers a little bit. Now, back to, not back to, but now scene 6. Which,
You'll have to excuse me.
okay. There it goes. I had it all set up here too.
I know. I'm sorry.
Scene 6. Let's see. Julie and Ray's So I've already got the kayak trip there, scene 6. I can't remember where they set up camp. Now I'm already forgetting what I had written down. It's there though. It's there. Let me correct that one. Get to know the soldiers a little bit. That's the big loadout.
Okay, I'm putting like some classical music on or something.
No, go ahead.
I got it. No, it is. Like even like really low, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also don't want to.
Now, even, you know what? Even the notes that I had written down,
Uh-huh.
I forgot what happened next. Well, it's either like they come to the fork in the river,
Uh-huh.
or they set up camp. You know,
Right.
it's one of those. I think it's.
Hold on, you could theoretically do both. Theoretically. Hear me out. Okay, remember, they come to the fork, right?
Yeah.
Whoever's leading the show, doesn't matter who, whether it's a guy or one of the two people. We talked about how they come to the fork, and we had two scenarios. This is that branch that we were talking about, folks, to where,
One of them for sure.
well, yeah, basically our ideas were it's not on the map,
Mm-hmm.
and they take the wrong turn, or it's not on the map, and let's adventure. Those
Yeah.
are two options. Those two options.
I like the wrong turn better. It just seems more realistic.
Well, what we could do is we could come to the fork in the road, right? Come to the fork in the road. Whoever's running the show is looking at the map, notices the fork, and don't know, so they want to camp for the night to decide in the morning.
Okay.
That way, like I said, you kind of get to do both.
It's strange because it's not on the map.
See the new products. It's free. No, everything.
That was a boost.
Classical boost. Now it's classy.
Yes.
Okay, so you get the fork in the river and decide to set camp instead. Now, scene 7, we were going to introduce some unlucky victims to the monster. Let's see this. I think scene 6 I had some unlucky campers get got
Right.
because it was something for like the soldiers to come up on. You know, we're getting closer, guys.
Right.
Something like that. You know.
Okay. Okay. I like it, but like, okay, if this is like a secret facility, like, I mean, how close are we to like civilization?
Man, who cares?
Because I feel like if it was secret, it'd be way out there.
Yes.
And if it's way out there, probably not gonna get campers.
Well, that's the thing is that it's next to the river. It's next to that fork in the. I need a piece of paper. I'll just draw a pseudo map.
Well, we got this grid here.
Yeah, I mean I got one bar. Just need a pen. we'll say like this is we'll say like 15 miles.
Okay.
It's like they get dropped off here, and this is like the reason why like we introduced Julie as like, you know, she's exercising, going for a jog. She's an outdoors person.
Okay.
You know, she's athletic, she stays in shape.
Right.
And this is why this kayaking trip is going to take so long, and that's why it got taken so far up. They're going to set camp anyways. You know, and that's why he stopped to, you know, chit chat about it, and you know, it's like, you ready to do that 30-mile kayaking trip for your birthday or whatever?
Yeah.
But it's like, say they get dropped off right here, and the river, it just goes and goes and goes and goes.
Yeah.
We'll say like this is their destination right here.
Yeah, it's a long freaking way.
And it's like when they find the fork, they find it like right here, and it forks out like this. It goes just like way out of like nowhere.
Right.
Probably doesn't even, you know, but like the base is like right here, next to the river. It being an aquatic monster of fish, frog, and reptile DNA or whatever the heck. After it escapes, it jumps right into the river. Now these could be like Chewy Road and stuff like that. They can still come out to like certain spots, but you know, like it takes up the married couple right here. The soldiers themselves, you know, gotta go look for it, and they damn, we can't go any further. Now we gotta walk. Whoops. Oh. That's gonna hit the touchpad. But I mean, that's just kind of the idea. So when Julie and Ray come upon it, or whatever the heck, they're somewhere out here. Mm-hmm. And then, like, she's got to go by foot, or they both got to go by foot eventually, and then eventually they wind up back here. That was just kind of what I was thinking.
Works.
Just in short. You
It
know.
works. I mean, we'll iron it out as it goes. You know. But yeah, that works.
But no, it was like depending. Here's one of the real forks. Was if it's supposed to be a top secret like government experience, or even just a shadow whatever shadow experiment.
Yeah.
Shadow organization. Does the head scientist tell the soldiers leave no survivors if somebody sees it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if it's just detain people who might have seen it.
I like the first one, and I'll tell you why. Because, see, then, once we have our people mingling, say it comes down, and say, we don't know, say it comes down to her and, like, one of the soldiers, and everybody else is dead, you know?
Yeah.
Last 10 minutes of the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, it comes down to them, too. It's like, by then the audience might have forgotten, and then it's like, oh, we're the only two. He then turns his gun on her. So it's like, that other threat that you forgot about is there.
Yeah,
and it's
potentially.
Like, you know what I mean? It's
potentially.
like the monster be coming, and he's like, you know, give me your gun too, you know, whatever.
Right.
It's like, I thought we were on the same side. And he's like,
You thought
you
wrong.
thought wrong. Blah, 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 blah.
But like at night, you know, this like this, we could still use like Clint and Sheila to play the married couple.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're the unfortunate couple who, you know, get caught up in it, and it's like those soldiers gotta like shoot them and kill them, and it's like those gunshots that alert Julie and Ray. You know, it's like, what was that? You know, or something like that. This is just one of the many forks that we're coming up to. Fork in the river. I'll just go ahead and write married couple for now.
Hey, quick back that camera real quick. I just want to see something.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't want people to see me holding this.
All right. Well, I mean, I've been vaping, but I don't know if
That's
that's
something worked out really well. Cigarette, I feel. Anyways, we'll cut this part out too, by the way. Anyways, continuing on. We're still getting used to it. So.
married couple. A bickering married couple See the monster and are intercepted by the soldiers. They shoot the married couple. Now it's like scene 8. And let's see, scene 8, what the heck was it called? Just say like Julie and Ray encounter the soldiers. Let's see, the gunshot alerts Julie, and her and Ray go to inspect. They see the soldiers disposing of the bodies of the married couple and run back to their camp. Now here's where this is a big fork, because see, right now we're introduced to the head scientist, the 4 soldiers, Julie and Ray. And, you know, monster, of course, and like the caretaker, 2 security guards, whatever. We could have Ray die at this scene. So,
I have an idea. Go ahead.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, he could die now, or if they're with a guide, said guide could die right now.
Right.
But right now, I think it's about time for one of the main characters to perish, if you will.
Right. Well, this is kind of what I was thinking. Okay, so right now, Julie and Ray don't know about any monster.
No. So right now, they just saw somebody get killed by some guys in green or whatever.
Right.
Ray dies? Question mark.
Okay, so how about, let's see, this is kind of what I had in mind. Okay, so like they count up on the married couple, right?
Mm-hmm.
They still go ahead and shoot them.
Yeah.
Which then alerts Julie and Ray, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got soldiers over here, you got Julie and Ray over here.
Yes.
They shoot the married couple. They start walking towards them, right? Leaving their camp unguarded.
Yeah.
Right? Walking over here, something, not the monster,
Okay.
kind of a fake out, you know what I mean? Where there's
Right.
darkness to think a bear or a wolf or some
Right.
sort of natural thing, like attempts to attack them, the soldiers, and they gotta shoot, right? One of their bullets ricochets, and somehow, of course, it kind of goes again, so we had to work it out. And if one of the bullets accidentally hits their kayak, and it sinks, or is rendered inoperable. So see, then they see them burying, oh shit, we gotta get back to camp. So they start, once Julie and Ray start going back to camp, they get there to find that their boat is sunk, and now they're on foot. See, they think at this point that the soldiers are their biggest threat. They start trying to make their way back, and then Ray dies.
I can add to that. I mean, not really add to that, but the idea I was going to show you, it works out in the same way. The kayak still gets sunk, Ray still dies, but he gets killed by the monster because, here, I'll show you. Scene 9, Ray dies. Let's see, they run back to camp. Okay, Julie and Ray make it back to camp. They hop into their kayak, but the monster flips it, / breaks it in half. It attacks and kills Ray while Julie swims ashore. Now she's by herself. In turn, since they're still kind of a good distance away, like, now the soldiers are alerted to her screams, and now they're on their way.
Right.
And now it's like a soldier can die now, or something like that.
Well, soldier would have to die, but like, I mean, yeah, that works. You know, I mean, they both work, but And so the way mine was structured was like, it's like you got a threat, and you get back, it's like, oh, this is a threat. And then the third level threat ended up with Ray dying, but it's a threat that they didn't even see coming.
Right. And this idea that I had is almost pertaining to, like, if one of the soldiers becomes more of the survivor with Julie.
But yeah. Once Ray dies from them, and like what I'm talking about, if Ray dies from that, the soldiers, like you said, are alerted by her, and they make their way.
Yeah.
Thus, you then have another encounter with the monster and stuff, but they're not supposed to kill it. What should they be using? I feel like they would also have alternative weapons. I mean, they can't just grab it. I mean, pistols. You know, to kill the couple, you know what I mean? I'm thinking like bullet pistols, but like some cool, like shotguns. Like shock proton packs.
Shock proton packs. Yeah. Okay, whoa. Just guns. Just guns for now. I was just thinking just like regular assault rifles. And, you know, if we get Buckendorf around this production, he might let us use some of his.
Right. I mean, that's fine. But like I said, if their orders are not to kill it, then how are they supposed to wrangle it? They've got to have some sort of incentive.
Yeah, I mean, like, see, that kind of goes back to the first fork. What orders will the scientists give them? Not to kill it, or to kill it and bring it back.
Right.
And or to kill anybody who comes across it, or to capture somebody who comes across it, if, you know.
Okay. Well, once again, that opens up so many questions.
Which in turn kind of makes some of the, the soldiers more anti-heroes than bad guys.
Well, I feel like if they're doing experiments on humans to get this stuff, they would capture the people. If they're just engineering a monster from scratch, I think they would kill it. So, like, that needs to be established, I would feel. Mm-hmm. Like, was this monster at one point a human?
Right.
If so, then they're going to want to make more, so we'll capture them. I mean, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, either way, Ray dies.
Yeah, Ray dies.
We'll see how... We have been recording for 37 minutes now. Okay, so scene 10. Now, for schnitz and giggles, how about we just go ahead and pick one path for right now, and then we'll just tweak it in later drafts.
Yeah.
Right now, let's go ahead and act like the soldiers are anti-heroes.
Okay.
So Ray dies, and this kind of goes back up to scene 3. So there's 4 soldiers, there's a commander, then there's your eventual supporting actor,
right.
And then there's the other two. There's the other 2 guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so capture it or detain anybody who might have come across it. So, I forgot where I was going with this. The soldiers are alerted to Julie's screams. The soldiers hear Julie's screams and rush to help or whatever. They find her and capture her. Now we got a reason for them to take her back to the base or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like the bickering married couple had to get killed by the monster before the soldiers get there. If the soldiers aren't going to be the ones killing the married couple anymore. Okay, so the bickering married couple sees the monster and are
Right.
We'll just say are killed by the monster. The soldiers up here and start to dispose of the bodies. So when Julie and Ray come upon them, they're seeing them dispose of the body, and so they automatically think, oh god, these guys are bad guys.
Right.
And that's what in turn makes them turn around, hop in their kayak. She screams, alerts them, and then they come again, you know what I mean?
Right.
So there's no gunshot anymore. For right now, there's not a gunshot. Soldiers appear to sort of dispose of the bodies. Julie and Ray go to inspect the married couple's screams. They see the soldiers disposing of the bodies of the married couple and run back to the camp. Julie and Ray make it back to camp. And like I said, this is still, it's like Ray could even stay alive for this part. He can still be the supporting guy who makes it to the end. But I don't know, for some reason it's just like, I feel like he should die right here. I don't know. And then like one of the soldiers becomes the supporting.
Right. Well, see, like that's what I'm saying. Is like that's what I said at the beginning. Is like I always think they'd have like a guide. See, that way the guide would die here, and it would be just them till the end.
Right. Okay. Back to work. So I'll go ahead and jump up ahead. Should I go ahead and write like the forks into it? Right here. Start of the kayak trip. Julie and Ray are driven to a spot at the river. And be like, fantasies of God will have to die hard. I'll put alt next to it or something.
Why don't we? I feel sometimes I'm like, man, why don't we see that? Why don't we combine those two? Their friend, who is also a god, and whatever. Just leave it as.
Yeah, we're talking semantics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like that's yeah.
Wasn't one of those supposed to be mine?
Yeah, there's a whole 6-pack.
Oh, the whole 6-pack.
Yeah.
Here I am drinking water. Alright, okay, introduction to the soldiers. The scientist meets with the soldiers. He talks to the leader and tells him they need to preferably catch it alive. They need to, and I'll put in parentheses, alt. Preferably catch it alive, kill it, and bring the carcass back. Slash, detain any witnesses. Witnesses
For demineralization.
or de-evolution. Detain any witnesses or kill any witnesses. Okay, so there's one fork, there's another fork. They drive off in their sick Humvee. Sick. Okay. Julie and Ray are driven to a spot. Okay, alright, we already did that part. Getting to know the soldiers. And I will put a question mark right next to that. Getting to know the soldiers. That way, if we do decide, the second in command is going to be the supporting guy after Ray dies, or whatever, or if they're just going to be bad. If they're just going to be bad, then we can get rid of that whole scene right there.
Right. We only get to know the bad guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It worked for small soldiers, though.
A bickering married couple are killed by the monster. Or killed. Here we go. Killed. Alt. Either by the monster or by the soldiers. Either way. The soldiers appear and start to dispose of the bodies. Julie and Ray encounter the soldiers. Julie and Ray go to inspect the married couple screams. They see the soldiers disposing of the bodies of the married couple and run back to their camp. Now, Ray dies. Or, alt, Ray lives. See, this is the big split. Because like I said, right here determines if Ray's going to make it to the end or if he's going to die right here. So, let's see. Let me put both of these in parentheses. Ray dies and
Lives.
at the same time. We can combine the two.
Yes.
So he just dies just a little bit further into the movie. Ray dies and the second in command becomes the support, or Ray lives, all soldiers die. Or all soldiers die, and Ray makes it to the end of the movie. Okay, so Julie and Ray make it back to the camp. They hop in their kayak, but the monster flips it and breaks it in half. It attacks and kills Ray. Or doesn't. While Julie swims ashore. And Ray swims, and I better put that in parentheses too. Okay.
It's like we got a mouse, and it's like, eh?
It was like playing pachinko, or whatever the heck it's called, where you drop that, like that disc, or like a quarter, like those Japanese pachinko machines. I think that's what they're called. There was an episode of Power Rangers where they fought against a monster, like pachinko machine. Price is Right.
Plinko.
Where the heck did I get pachinko?
I don't know.
Plinko, yeah.
Plinko, yeah, I know. Okay,
We're dropping our little thing, and it's either going this way or this way.
Seeing which way. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, scene 10. Soldiers hear Julie scream and rush to help. Now, again, alternatively, if they're bad guys, they're going to be shooting at them.
Right.
If they're good guys, she might get shot at a couple times if they think that she's the monster, you know what I mean? But either way, it's like they come upon her, light shining, and it's like, hey, we got a survivor or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, okay, soldiers capture Julie, parentheses, and Ray. Soldiers hear Julie screams and rush to help. They find her and capture her. And Ray? Okay, so. Alright, make some progress now.
Where's your cats?
They're around here.
Where's the big fat one?
We're recording.
They can't.
I see them.
They can't see you.
Yeah, they can't see you. They can hear us.
Sorry.
Okay, soldiers capture Julie. Scene 11. We'll just say back at the bunker. I'm gonna start calling it a bunker instead of a lab. Bunker makes me think more of like concrete structure, which is kind of what I'd like for us to do. Okay, back at the bunker. Now here's where things get a little bit more convoluted again. See, the scientist doesn't tell her what the plan was, but I was thinking if they want to capture the monster alive, they have to do something with that egg. Like maybe he pulls out some substance and they spritz her with it. That way the monster can smell it. Kind of like a trap, Now either way, we're going to go back to the bunker, and that's where the blood shit's going to be and stuff like that,
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's things that it's still rough.
Yeah. Just first draft. This seems pretty short, but it'll get padded out. Shamelessly. But But yeah, like, again, this is kind of going back to, like, if the soldiers are more, you know, like anti-heroes or whatever, she can be locked away. And then, you know, if Ray's dead and the second in command becomes the support and whatnot, he can cut her loose or whatever.
Right.
And then they got to get out or whatever. Just, you know, things like that. But either way, they got to find a way to lure the monster back. And it's usually right about here that we write something short like, shit happens.
They die.
Yeah, they die. Wait, that should be the next scene. Because you know there's going to be a lot of talking in this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Scene 12. The finale. Okay, and this is where we usually write, shit happens. They die. Julie kills the monster, and they live happily ever after. There you go. That's a movie.
Wait.
And this will be for holidays.
And Ray?
It's the obvious things where we stand up right there at the end, just in case.
Alright. Well, thanks for joining us. And that's just the first look at our outlining process. We will have more in the future. You guys take care.
Same real time. Same real channel. I do the thing.